Hey guys, okay, had a rough night last night. I'll tell you all about it. So, 6 o'clock, I go to the illusion room to create things for the illusion room. And basically I just create things. This is all spiritual in St. Illusion. So I go to the illusion room, I'm building things. Grace comes and tells me, hey, we're trying to get a hold of you earlier. There was a breach. Somebody breached this room. And this room is connected to another room which is already being used by guys with guns and bullets. Real bullets. Real bullets. Shoot you in the head and you're dead. Well, you're not dead, but you get hurt really good. Anyway, so it's locked. There's more security on that room than you wouldn't believe. Anyway, somebody punched the thing. So they wanted me to check it out, and if I knew anything about anything like that, if I can connect the dots to anything. So I went and looked at it, and basically, someone punched the wall 2 or 3 times, and he punched it or used something so hard that it put a crack in the wall. And I was like, damn. And they're hard walls. I mean, concrete, like steel and concrete. Anyway, and then they reinforce it again. Like, it's 10 feet thick. Or something like that. I forgot what he said. When it's all said and done, the wall is like 7 feet thick of all kinds of stuff to keep people out. And it's all security. All wired up with security. Anyway, I was like, holy shit. Like, this is not a finished room. It's not finished yet. But, damn, it's still... So, I check out, and I have this train station to make. It's a huge train station, and I have to make it. I want to get it done today because I'm tired of making buildings, man. It sucks making buildings. But I want to get at least the outside done, the outside walls and all that, and put into place. So I got that to do, plus I got to investigate this, so I want to investigate and find out who did it. And Christ is busy. He's running around going nuts. They called the cops, reported it. The cops came, and they're doing their investigation. I'm doing mine. And what I do is, I don't even build the building yet. I lay down and meditate in my bed. And then, as I'm meditating, I feel the intent. I can go to the intent. Basically, I touch the wall, and I can feel the intent at this spot. I can feel intent. So I use my inner light, and I hook up to the intent. And who's throwing off the intent? Who's relishing his handiwork, sort of thing? Well, there he is right there. So I got Christ. I said, I found him. And now I'm looking at him. The guy had curly hair. Curly. Come to about here. And I couldn't see his face. His face was just skin. Just skin. There was no eyes, nose, or mouth. Just skin. And I go, you see? That's the guy. That's the guy who did it. I'm vibing his intent. I'm looking at it. Looking whoever threw the intent, and that's the guy who threw the intent, because the intent's hooked up to him, right? And Christ's like, holy shit. So he called other Christs and got the security of the place. The security of the place are basically cops, right? And he called the police. They all went in. Now Christ knows the guy. Christ is seeing the guy, okay? So they can all... Christ shares his vision with all the other Christs, and they surround the place like a bubble, and they just slowly box him in. But this guy was so good at moving, they couldn't catch him all night, man. I'm in there making the building. I get it done. It took me like an hour and a half. And you know, that's a lot. I'm watching the hockey game, creating a building. So I get done that. They get done. Can't find it. All of a sudden, they tell me there was like 2 or 3 more or 1 or 2 breaches that happened since I was making the building. and they weren't there before. And every time it happens, the alarm goes off somewhere, and they know a breach happened. So I never went and looked at them. They got all the citizens, normal people, citizens and stuff, and put us in the lobby. So we're all in the lobby hanging out, talking and everything, and I'm done creating. I can't do anything. So I'm watching a hockey game, cook a supper, and I check back in, find out what's going on. Like, my soul is in the lobby, but I'm here cooking dinner when I come out. But then I'll meditate, just sit here. I'll just go like that, and I'm seeing illusion, and I'm in the lobby, and they tell me that there's another breach, and this place is surrounded. I can see the cops and everything all around the place. There's cops in us. There's cops in the lobby guarding us. So finally, they just evacuated the whole place. They just shut the whole place down. The other room as well. There's people in the other room who paid $200 to go in there and shoot the zombies and get the hell scared out of them and fight the raiders. They got sent home, or they were helping one or the other. So we had to go home. So me, Tina, Angela, and Julie, we went home. A couple other people came. Christ came with us, and he was protecting us. I grabbed a shotgun, gave it. They don't like me with it, so I gave it to Tina. You gotta see her. Hottie with a shotgun. It was fucking great, man. Anyway, she's there. She got the shotgun, and I got the freeze gun, and I'm gonna use the freeze gun because I don't, Anyway, I watched the rest of the hockey games over. Then my computer started screwing up, and so I had to do a download, something like that. Anyway, I went to bed, so I couldn't sleep. I was wide awake. I'm laying in bed, and I decided I'm gonna look for people, because I can find people around our property. So I'm looking around. I see a guy. He's sleepwalking. He's naked, and he's sleepwalking down the street. And I thought it was a bad guy, so I pointed out to Christ. I go, "Is that one?" And he goes, "Nope, he's sleepwalking." And I'm like, "Okay." And Christ is right inside me. Okay, so he's seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm looking around, and I see way above me, way above me in the illusion. Somebody is standing there looking at me from the illusion into seeing illusion at me. And I didn't know if he was an illusion or not. I go, "Hey, there's someone looking at me," and I could feel his throat chakra connection going right into my throat and coming out my mouth. And it wasn't very powerful. It was wobbly. He wasn't very good at it, or he was trying to be passive, one or the other. But I don't even think he knew he was doing it. But I felt it, and I saw it, and I saw the connection. I go, "There's one right there." I go to Christ. I go, "It's right there at 10 o'clock. And I go, "He's hooking up to me. He's got the throat chakra going. A link to the throat chakra is coming right through. Basically, it's a stream of energy. You can see it. And it's being used, so it's vibrating, and you can see it really well." So I saw it. Christ saw it. They took off after him. Christ snuck up on him with a bunch of other Christs, and they caught him. Everybody's freaking out. This guy assaults Christ. Literally punches him and everything. And this guy had like long hair. Really long, straight hair. Like back in the 60s. Anyway, caught him. I'm doing another scan. All of a sudden I stop. I thought I see a rat or something in the backyard. And it's not a rat. It's somebody peeking up through the grass from the illusion. So with that, I go, I show Christ. I go, "There, right there." And Christ can't see him, but I can see him. I go, "I'll light him up for you." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, I got these playing cards." And I hold these playing cards out, and they're about this big. And what I do is, I put my intent on the guy, and I throw the cards. The cards fly, hit the guy in the head, and set him on fire. Or I got a freeze card. The freeze card hits him, and he freezes for like a minute, close to a minute, and he's on fire for 30 seconds. But the fire, when he's on fire, it don't burn you. It's just a mirage. It's fake fire. He thinks he's on fire. Oh, fuck off, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. But he's not really on fire. It's just smoke and mirrors. And that's what I do. So, the best thing to do, Christ can't see the guy, so I freeze him, and at the same time I throw the fire card. Boom! I throw it, and it flies through the air, and the cards are connected to my soul, and my soul just puts them right on his fucking head. Smack! Hits him in the head, lights him up on fire, freezes him. Christ goes, oh, there's the fire. I'll go get him. It's just like that. That's how I do it. I don't even sweat. I don't even move. I just lay in bed. So anyway, that's what I did. And this is what you do. This is what you can do. Stuff like that with your inner light. Create things. I create the freeze guns. The police want my freeze guns. I take the freeze guns, just pop out of my subconscious. I just say, I need another freeze gun. Whoop. Comes out, I got another one. This one's got more. I made some last night. They were new. They have more rapid fire. Really, boom, 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 like that. The old one went boom, 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 like that. I don't know what the difference is, but I got them. And I made two last night. I gave one to my girlfriend or wife, friend, buddy. And I gave one to Jesus that was there. Because he had to go out and catch some bad guys. So anyway, we got 2 bad guys now. Then, by this time, it's been an hour and a half. And, I fall asleep. And the whole time I was saying, truth revealed, as I'm looking. Truth revealed, truth revealed, truth. And we're trying to figure out, we're not getting any reports other than, I can hear them fighting, actually. I can hear them fighting in the jail, too. It was weird, man. Nobody got assaulted, though. Nobody got assaulted. But they were surrounding our house. They wanted to know, the police wanted to know, and Christ wanted to know if they were connected to me in some way, or the family. But so when it was set up, if the bad guys would follow us home, and we live in another state from the illusion room, so we live pretty far away from the illusion room. And we just fly for a minute and you're there, right? You just zoom there. But we went home and they followed us, sure as shit. And we got 2 guys, 3 guys. There's another guy. There was something, and I thought I was going nuts at this point. There was something crawling underneath the ground of the house, in the dirt, through the dirt. Okay, so we got dirt, but if you can see through the dirt, it's just an illusion. So I'm in the illusion, in my bed. This thing's in the illusion, crawling through the dirt underneath my bed. It's an illusion. Okay, now I can wake up and sit on my bed and drink coffee with Christ and the people, but I'm hanging in the illusion so I can see all this, because you can see in the illusion. So this thing is crawling. So I tell Christ, I go, get ready, I'm going to hit him with some cars. So I threw the cars, lit them on fire, then came down on him, shot him in the back of the head. Christ grabbed him, hauled him off. And that was that. Then there was some more crawling. There was another one coming up the other side of the house from the street, underneath, and it was crawling underneath the house. And I go, I'm thinking to myself, am I making this shit up? Am I making this up? In my head? I don't know. So anyway, Christ said, don't fucking think about it, just shoot it. He goes, what they did to the illusion room, these guys are pretty fucking bad and powerful. So I'm like, okay, gotcha. So I lit them up, I froze them and lit them up. I ran over there. Christ already had them, took them away. Never even got to look at them. Then I fall asleep. So I go into this dream. And the dream is I'm in a submarine. Okay, I'm in a submarine. And I'm on the ground. I'm above the water, more or less, you know, traveling in my submarine, and we're at war. And all of a sudden, there's a city. And I go under the city. I go underneath the city. It's a sneak attack. I want to attack the city. I want to attack the city from the submarine from underneath, right? Because I'm a sub, right? So I go underneath the city, and we're sneaking in. Nobody knows we're here. But all of a sudden, the city knows that we're here. And I felt distinct. We got a mole, you know. Somebody is giving bad guys information about the illusion room or us or whatever. And I felt that, so I know it. And I told Chris. That's what I'm telling him the dream, so he can interpret it and find out what the fuck's going on. Because he's done this for 9 years with me, and I'm always right. And so all of a sudden, we're sneaking. All of a sudden, cars and trucks started landing on top of the fucking, and buildings were crashing down on top of the submarine. And it was an attempt to destroy us from above. And we're in the submarine smashing back. It was like depth charges in World War II. Same thing, but there were cars and trucks and buildings. So all these cars and trucks and buildings are falling on our submarine, and I'm like yelling to the guy, just put it in full and go. Find a good path and go. Just gun it. Get us the hell out of here. And then I woke up and I told Christ, and he freaked out, and he knew what that meant right away. So the people, either I was the bad guys playing their role, okay, because I saw those two things underneath the dirt, underneath St. Lucian, in the illusion. They're attacking from the illusion, but underneath instead of a visual on top of St. Lucian. Because St. Lucian has got a ground, it's got houses, buildings, cars, streets, hundreds of millions of people. But where I live, they attack from the top. So everybody, like me and family and Christ, is looking at the top. But I look everywhere. And that's where I could do it. And I saw two guys, one guy coming up, peeking. This guy was a real guy, a spirit person. Sticking his head out of the ground up to here, looking at us. But I could see his whole body. And I could see the grass up to here. And so anyway, we caught him, that I told you about earlier. Then I woke up, told Christ about the dream. He's telling all the other Christ and the police to keep an eye underground. So the next thing happens, we catch a couple more. I go, there's one over there. And instead of Christ wasn't in me anymore, he's off talking to the cops. I go, there's one over there. I go, where that guy was nude walking, sleepwalking. That's where he is, right over there. And I guess there's people that sleepwalk naked everywhere, so it's no big deal. You just let them do the thing. And anyway, I look, and this guy is just sitting there under the ground, underneath the surface where that guy was sleepwalking. And it's under the ground, it's just sitting there. And so I go, I'm going to get it. So I got my cards, have my gun. 1, 2, 3. Throw the cards. As soon as he lights up, I will myself there, shoot it again. Just like a ray gun, but it shoots out like this plasma energy stuff. Anyway, it freezes you. Freezes Christ, freezes everybody, freezes everything, dogs, everything. It freezes them. So I got it. As I grabbed it, and I put a bag over its head, my burlap bag, and I tie it. This is instant. Got him. You know, take him up. Christ. So that's what I do. As I'm doing that, another one grabs me and it's going, and it's pushing me. And they're what they are. I looked at it. It's got sharp teeth and it's trying to bite me. And I'm holding it back. And then as I got one in my arm, this one was attacking me. As soon as I grabbed this one and started carrying it away, this one comes and it's attacking me. And I can't really get a freeze gun because I'm holding on to this goddamn thing. And also I look at it and it's a ghoul. It's a ghoul from Fallout 4. And I look at this and I stop trying to keep it off me. And it don't bite me or nothing. It's just going, with a scary face. It don't bite me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Right? I'm totally fucking confused now. Now, I know we got real people. I know we did. I asked Christ, I go, those people are real. I go, these things ain't real. And he goes, just fucking bring it in. And then they come and grab it. And I go, that's a fucking ghoul. from Fallout 4. He said, well, what the fuck is a ghoul? And I go, from the video game. It's Fallout 4, that's a fucking ghoul. Train Jesus comes over. Well, I call him Train Jesus. When Bones comes over, they know the characters in Fallout 4, you know. And so, because I'm creating them in the illusion. I'm going, I didn't create, I created 2. And we didn't use them in the room, the first room. We didn't use them at all, right? And he goes, exactly. And he goes, well, here they are. And I didn't create them. I didn't fucking create them. And so I'm thinking, oh shit, here it comes down on me, right? They're thinking I'm nuts and I'm creating these things and they're happening. I go, no, but I didn't do the fucking, I didn't punch the walls in the illusion room either. Anyway, these ghouls were basically manufactured. I can do it. Why can't someone else do it? So somebody went and made 50 fucking ghouls, put them and controls them just like I control things in the spirit world. I can create a ghoul and make it walk around, make it scared of shit out. I can put a ghoul, that's what I do. I put the cockroaches on Jesus' leg. They all run up his leg and up his butt. And he goes, ah, ah. Then I run out there and shoot him with a shotgun, right? Because he's a crazy man. I'm at war with him. I don't give a shit whatever happens. You can, in the illusion, anything can happen. There's no law. Jesus don't do nothing. The law don't do nothing. That's the way it is. So, if I can do that, somebody's doing creating ghouls from a video game and making them come at me and surround my house, underneath my house. All of a sudden I go, truth revealed, truth revealed, truth revealed, truth revealed. I'm laying in bed, truth revealed, and all of a sudden I want the intent. Who the fuck is creating these things? Who's the creator of this? That's my goal. That's my intent. Truth revealed. I can see him. There he is. He's looking right at me. Far, far away. Now, he's floating in the illusion, and I can't see where he's based in Insane Illusion. He could be Insane Illusion from up higher, Insane Illusion proper, or down in the illusion. He could be anywhere where he lives. But he's in the illusion right now, and he's looking at me, at this guy. So, I'm like, got him. Crazy's like, all right, we're going to go get him. And this is a real person with a real face and everything. And I'm looking at him. I'm just looking at him. I'm not hooking up to him. And I'm telling Crazy where he is, what he looks like, what he's wearing. And I got my cards ready. Got my gun ready. And at the count of 3, I'm throwing it and we're going to light him up. And he's pretty far away. I can't understand. I couldn't understand. This is kind of weird. And then I threw the cards. And as I'm watching him, he's turning his head like this. So I know it's not me doing it. He's turning his head like that, looking around. And I'm telling Grace, he's turning his head looking around. And all of a sudden the cards hit him, lit him up. I went like a rocket right up to him, right up to his face and his chest. Whap! As soon as I run into him, like just bulldoze him. As soon as I run into him, boom, shoot him with the freeze gun, right in his face. He ain't moving for 10 minutes now. Then I gotta look for other guys. So we got him. They hauled him off to jail, and that was that. Then I laid back down. Truth revealed, truth revealed, truth revealed. I saw 2 more guys. I could feel 2 more guys that were associated with him in this whole whatever is going on. We don't know yet. We're just rounding them up. Anybody's fucking looking at us, we're just nailing them. Anyway, but it's all leading from the assault on the illusion room, the breach. So I catch, as I'm standing there, Christ taking that guy away, I see another guy watching what we're doing, and I just turn around, but I don't think I got him. So I willed myself right up to him. I hit him hard as I could. I didn't even have time to get a goddamn card, a fire card. I run into him, knock him around. I just knocked him. He knocked him off balance, and then I shot him, grabbed him. I hauled him back to where we were on the street where the last guy was, and I felt one more guy. Christ took him away, and they were buddies. They were actually hanging out when I saw the first guy. Then eventually I saw the third last guy. So I'm watching him, and he's moving his head around. He's in the illusion. All of a sudden, he leaves the illusion, and he comes down into a four-door car. And I go, he's in a blue four-door car, and we watch the car for a few minutes. It's driving around, and it drives down the street, and then takes a left, and it drives down. And he parks the car, he gets out of the house, he walks up a brick staircase, and goes into an apartment, and there's a girl in there. And I can see them, and they're talking. I'm like, fuck this, I got my freeze gun, I got my cards. So I zoom over to where the apartment is, and I'm sitting on the steps, and the steps lead down to the sidewalk, and there's people walking around. So I got a bottle, I do myself up, I put a old jacket on, and a hoodie, and I got a bottle of whiskey or something. I just imagine it. Poof, that's what I am. And I'm acting like I'm drunk. I'm like singing fucking Merry Christmas or something. I can't remember what it was. I'm sitting on the floor, just in case he came out, right? All of a sudden the door opened up and he came out. And I'm like, singing Merry Christmas or something. Just whatever stupid drunk people do. Anyway, well, you know what I mean. When you're drunk, you do stupid things. So that's what I'm doing. Acting like a bum. Also, he walks by, he goes, man, get the hell off my steps. So he goes, get the fuck off my steps. And I'm like, come on, it's Merry Christmas, man. You want a hit? You want a hit? You want a hit? He's like, fuck no. And he goes to the car and he grabs a bunch of coats. Different coats. And then he goes, goddamn people, just get the hell out of here. And he walks back up in the girl's apartment. And I'm like, and Jesus is a little bit hooked into me, but I'm telling him what's going on. And he goes, okay. He goes, we're all ready to go in and get him. You back away. You start backing away. So I get up and I'm stumbling down the street, walking down the street, pretending I'm drunk. Some guy, a citizen, walks by and goes, put this shit away. This shit ain't no good for you. Smashes on the ground. I go, hey, you can't do that. And he goes, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, nothing, bye. And he leaves. Just some citizen that, didn't want to see me drinking. He goes, get some fucking self-respect. And I'm like, holy shit. So I jumped into the bushes. Then I popped out, normal guy, walking down the street. Because I got tired of getting beat up by the fucking citizens. I figured I ain't going to last too long. The citizens are going to kick my ass. So I went around a corner, then I zoomed home. Then we watched another car pull up, a red one, red two-door, and two people got out of that car and went up into the building too, in the same apartment. And they're all watching us. And then Christ and the police, as soon as the Christ came in, the freeze guns and everything, and did their stuff, busted them all in that house. Cop cars came flying up with their lights on, surrounded the building. I was like, holy fuck. This shit's real, man. I can't believe it. Anyway. So, after that, we still don't know what happened, what's going on. The police ain't saying a goddamn thing to anybody. And Christ ain't saying nothing to anybody. But, you know what? I caught them. I caught some. Christ caught some. It's all good. And now everybody wants to know how I could do it. And they come back to me after that. They go, what the hell was that fire thing? What was that fire thing? How did you freeze them? And I go, I brought out 2 playing cards. He goes, you fucking caught that guy with this? A card? And I go, yeah, this one crazy put you on fire. It's a fake fire. Watch. So I take the card and I just smack in my head and I catch on fire. I go, is this fake? And he's like, holy fuck, this guy don't know, right? And then this card freezes you for like a minute or so, about a minute. They're freaking out. I go, here, have a bunch. They're great. You can use them in a pinch. Anyway, can't find your freeze gun, grab a card. Actually, people I don't like on the street, I'll be walking down the street and I'll reach them in my shirt with my soul. Grab a freeze card, and the person I don't like that's hassling another person, I'll just take it and throw it at them. It don't actually do nothing to the physical person, but it does something to the soul. I don't really know. But I just do it just because I'm bored. And it don't last long. Anyway. I thought that was funny. I just throw that in there for a minute. Yeah, and I woke up this morning and I'm in the illusion room. They moved me from my house to the illusion room. And I woke up there and I go, did you get anything on that crazy? And they said, no, they're going to let us know in the arraignment when they go to trial or whatever in court. And I guess breaching, because we fall under the protection of St. Illusion, our illusion room, basically, yeah, and they're being arraigned for that. Plus these guys that are stalking us, and Christ told me 3 guys talked. 3 guys talked. Told the whole fucking story. So when I get it, I'll tell you. Okay, I gotta make another video about chakras right now, so later, guys. That's what happened last night. That was my night. But there was a time when I had fucking 80 people, all with knives, doing one thing, stabbing me from the illusion into me. Oh, it was bad. Watched a few videos ago in the past. Under Crazy Man. If you go to playlists, it's Crazy Man number 8 and Crazy Man or Crazy Man 2 playlists, Crazy Man. Watch them. There's some other ones laying around too, but man, they stabbed me good. So I automatically I thought these guys were gonna stab me or shoot me or something. So I'm fucking on it, right? Because I ain't going through that again. All right, later, guys.